The Madrone Way, preserving the habitat, growing the trees. Arbutus halepensis, the Texas madrone, has been called the sacred tree of the hill country and the most beautiful tree in Texas. Growing in isolated colonies throughout the Edwards Plateau and high Trans-Pecos Mountains, they probably date from an archaic time of higher, cooler, and wetter mountaintops, before the Gulf Seas rushed in and eroded mountains into our present hill country. The madrone blooms in early spring as an inflorescence with unique inverted urn flowers that probably require specific pollinators to produce its fruit. In early summer, their cinnamon-brown bark sensuously splits and peels to reveal the cream to light green to pink new bark beneath that gives them the name ladies' legs and naked Indians, although they date from far older times prior to either ladies or Native Americans. Bright red-orange fruit in the fall provides a brilliant accent on the hills, as well as food for birds and animals. Their beauty is wild, rugged, and unusual, making them an icon of the wilderness by which Texas has always defined itself. They are a singular yet integral part of the earth, whose full uses and knowledge have yet to be discovered. Like Earth, they are being overrun by the human race. The problem is not only that their numbers are declining, but existing habitat to regenerate is also threatened, as groundwater sources are contaminated or interrupted. The madrone has an unusual root structure, which does not produce root hairs easily like most plants, making it extremely difficult for them to quickly adjust to water interruptions from disturbance and development. A possible mycorrhizal symbiosis with other plants and surrounding soil pose more challenges as large-scale land clearing becomes popular. Taking care of these magnificent treasures is the goal of the Madrone Way. We do it in two ways. First is buying and protecting the habitat in which they already live. Regenerating colonies are rare and best left alone. Our economic system allows the human race to develop land however the owners want. So, what if the madrones could own themselves? Buying and preserving madrone colony land would keep the ones we have viable, regenerating, and safe in perpetuity. Land is expensive, so second, madrone seedlings have been propagated and raised to hopefully provide funding for this habitat. They are also being raised should researchers require madrones to discover new ideas and uses. This is the Madrone Way. We failed for about 20 years, but have been growing them in North Hays County since 2013. Though striking and beautiful, they have always been difficult to cultivate, transplant, and establish. Our madrones are propagated from seed collected from surrounding land, which has been a healthy, regenerating colony for many hundreds of years. Once propagated, they are trained to develop an aggressive root system to help them survive beyond the time we raise them. They become small 1-gallon plants within a few years, grown in biodegradable fiber pots to reduce transplant shock. So far, transplants have done well when planted in their native range. Some even become rock stars, emulating the determined spirit sometimes seen growing out of Karstian limestone formations. Madrones were here long before the first human foot set its print in the Trans-Pecos or hill country, and might be wise survivors should mankind destroy itself the way it is presently destroying the rest of the planet. We are here to protect, preserve, and propagate them. The Texas Madrone. For Texas, forever. This is the Madrone Way.